Hey guys, I'm Saurabh, and in this video let's talk about creating slow motion videos. Now slow motion videos look great. In slow motion videos you can see all those details which you can't in the other videos and with the normal eye. So shooting slow motion is super fun and super easy. You don't have a dedicated slow motion mode as you have in mobile phones or action cameras, but that doesn't mean you can't shoot slow motion with your DSLR. So in this video I will explain you the settings that should be used for shooting slow motion videos, and in the second part of the video I will explain you all the editing process that goes behind creating those buttery smooth and silky slow motion videos. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So the first thing is to adjust the FPS of your camera. Now if you don't know the basics of shooting a video, I have a separate video of it. The link will be here and also in the description below. So we are going to select the highest frames per second, and for my camera it is 60 frames per second. Most of the DSLRs allow you to shoot at 60 or 50, and whatever is the highest, select that particular FPS option. Now according to the FPS you have to select the shutter speed, and for that you just double the FPS and you get the shutter speed. So for 60 frames per second, double it up, it's 120. Since we don't have 120, we will select 1 by 125th of a second as the shutter speed. Now depending on the depth of field you want, you have to set the aperture. Now if you want only a certain part of the image to be in focus, and if you want the rest of the things to be blurred, you can shoot at a higher aperture like a f2.8 or f3.2 or f4. Or if you want to shoot if you want everything in focus, shoot at a lower aperture like f8 or f11. Okay, that depends on the depth of field that you want. And according to the histogram, then adjust the ISO so that you don't shoot a very overexposed video or an underexposed video and you get a properly exposed video. Now when you're done shooting a 60 fps video or a 50 fps video, when you play those videos in your DSLR or in your computer, those videos will look exactly normal and as you would shoot with your normal video or a normal mobile phone, or as it would look like normally with your eyes. Okay, it doesn't affect the video and it's not slow motion. But now we will edit this particular video and we will be able to create very silky looking smooth slow motion videos, and let's see how we edit those particular files. So now we are using Adobe Premiere Pro for editing the footage. So here I have the 60 fps file that I have, and when you go to sequence and sequence settings, just change this to the 23.976, that is approximately 24 frames per second, and you can leave all the things like it is. And this is basically a 24 fps footage right now, like the project is 24 fps. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unlink the audio, and I will delete the audio since I don't want the audio with me, and then I'll just trim it. So I want the videos to start right here, and then let me end the video right here. Okay, so once I'm done, I will just delete the parts which I don't want and the part which we are going to focus, and let me just zoom in the timeline so you can see and get a better idea. Now the thing is, I want to slow it down from right here. Okay, just from right here. Before we start slowing things down, I would just extend this so you can see a bit more. So just right here I would add a keyframe, and then just right here I would again add a keyframe. This particular part we are going to slow it down. Now if you reduce it, you're basically seeing that the overall opacity is reducing, but that is not what we want. So we'll right click and show clip keyframes and then time remapping and speed. So once we have it again, okay, so you have to add the keyframes. So write one here and then right here. Okay, so this particular part we're going to slow it down. Now if you see, when we are pulling this down, the percentage that you can see below is the playback speed. So originally it is at 100, and then when we are reducing the speed, if you're going down means you are reducing the speed and increasing the duration of the video. So since I shot this at 60 FPS, I can only reduce it up to 40%. So I will just give you a chart where I can show you that at what FPS, up to what extent can you slow it down for getting a 24 FPS output. A bit of maths is involved, but you don't have to do it. I have done it for you guys. So I hope this chart will help you. So now back to the editing. I have slowed it down to the 40%. And if you play back the video, you will see that particular part is slowed down and the other is completely normal motion. So basically we are done with the slow motion, but I'm going to show you a couple of things more so that you get better video. The first thing is right click and go to time interpolation and click on optical flow. So optical flow is a time interpolation method which will give you a better and a much smoother slow motion result. And let me render this particular thing. So now we are done rendering, and if you play the file, we can see that buttery smooth slow motion that we have right now. Another thing that I would like to show you is, let me just zoom in. What you can do is you can slightly extend this, so the transition from slow to fast will be a gradual transition, and you have much more smoother transition from the slow to fast motion, so it doesn't look that drastic change. And you can then you can then edit this particular, let me just zoom in so that you can see it in a better way. You can then change this particular thing and you can adjust the transition of the slow motion and the fast motion, right? So once it's done, you can again render the selection. So once you're done rendering, you can then play the video and you have your final slow motion video with you. And then I just added some color effects and color grading, and here is the final output. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and you understood how to shoot slow motion videos. Shoot slow motion videos, try and experiment with different kind of angles, camera angles, and create those buttery looking slow motion videos. I hope you liked the content, and if you did, press the like button. If you loved it, press the subscribe button. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.